In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to find and identify 10 to 100x meme coins using a proven system that I have come up with. So we're going to get right into it today, guys. I have this whole process laid out for you to simply explain how to find these 10 to 100x meme coins. So first, let's run through the process that I'm going to show you guys. And first, we're going to be looking for bull market top coins that you are going to hold for like 6 to 12 months until the end of the cycle. We're not looking for quick day trades. I know you guys don't have a lot of time to sit at your desk and basically just get rugged half the time, because that's what happens in the trenches. So we're looking for strong meme coins that we can actually hold for the cycle. Then I'm going to show you guys how to DCA into these coins and DCA out to take profits, because 99% of crypto guys put money into coins but don't take it out. They get a 10, 20, 30x. They just round trip everything and don't even make a single penny. Then lastly, I'm going to show you guys how to leave a moon bag and even potentially hold for multiple cycles, and that's only a specific small amount of coins that you're going to be able to do that with. Then at the very end, I'm going to show you guys my top 5 meme coins that I'm personally holding this cycle, and the method that I'm going to use to 10x my portfolio, and give you guys a specific example of one of the coins that I'm actually holding and have been DCAing into for the past 12 months. So I'm excited about that coin to show you guys. And obviously, we are in a meme coin super cycle. Meme coins dominated the third year of this crypto cycle, and what dominates in the third year usually goes on to dominate in the fourth year of a crypto cycle. So without further ado, we're going to get into the video right away. So I'm going to go over these 5 questions that need to be answered. Get out your phone, notes, whatever it is, because if you want to invest in a meme coin, you have to answer yes to these 5 questions for it to be a good actual investment into a meme coin. So the first question is, how old is the coin? This is very important. We don't want coins that are like 10 hours, like 1 day, 2 days old, because those have a high chance of getting rugged. Let's take a look at some of these time measurements. So if the coin is 1 to 3 months old, that is going to be your high risk, high reward coin. Like I said, 1 to 3 months, all right, that's a little bit better than like 5 days, 10 days, but 1 to 3 months is going to be kind of like the beginning level of investing into a coin for the rest of the bull market. The older it is, obviously you're going to see the better. 3 to 6 months is going to be your medium risk, medium reward coin. And then 6 to 12 months old is going to be your low risk, low reward coin. 1 year or greater than 1 year. If it's older than 1 year, that's honestly an even better chance. So the older the coin, the better it is. And this is just the first metrics. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to actually find this and give you guys an example. So I'm on Dex Screener right now. If you guys don't know about Dex Screener, get used to it. You're going to go on Dex Screener, find any single coin. You're going to go to the right side here, and you're going to scroll down, and it's going to tell you when the pair was created. So GigaChad was created 1 year and 5 months ago. So this fits question 1, and it's more of in the low risk, low reward category. So this is GigaChad. Any coin, that's how you're going to want to check how old it is and see if it answers your first question. So this is going to be in the low risk, low reward section. So the second question you're going to ask about this coin, does it have multiple 70% drawback recoveries? So what does this mean? So if it has these strong recoveries after multiple drawbacks, okay, this shows that it's diamond handedness. People are holding the coin for the full cycle. They're not just going for a quick profit. We also want to see that it recovers with higher highs. That's a sign of a good strong meme coin. And we also want to see if it has time spent under major support, and if it is a coin that has spent time under a 10 mil market cap, and it kind of fits all these 5 questions that we're going to go through, that's going to be a sign of a coin that's going to be giving you a really high reward. So those are kind of rare, but we'll go over an example too. So I'm going to go to GigaChad to show you guys how to see if it has 70% drawbacks and recoveries. So I'm looking at GigaChad right now. Once again, you can just go to Dex Screener, and a good tool to use here is going to be this ruler on the left side. And this just shows you the percentage of drawbacks or recovery. So once again, if I just go down, this is kind of early on in GigaChad's life. Yeah, right here, 65% drawback, kind of like 70%, which is good. Let's see another one. As you can see, it's going to have multiple drawbacks just kind of looking at this chart. Even if I look over here, this was a 70% drawback. And even right now, GigaChad is on another huge drawback. This one actually a 90% drawback. So the main thing we're seeing from Giga here is that it has multiple 70% drawbacks, and it recovers with higher highs every single time, as you could see here. And then the other thing we want to look for is that we could kind of say that major support after this big run up was basically over here, and it kind of lost this major support. But if we go down, it's actually reclaimed it. So this is a big distribution and accumulation phase down here. I'm not going to go too deep into TA, but basically GigaChad fits this second question, so it is a yes. So the third question you want to ask about this coin is what major KOLs, KOL stands for key opinion leader, are promoting the coin. So you want some people, some influencers talking about this coin. So first, obviously the top tier, Elon Musk talks about Dogecoin, Pepe. Those are just top tier coins. Now tier 2 is people that have 100K plus followers on X, and tier 3 would be people that have 10 to 100K followers on X and no celeb coins. If there is an actual celebrity like an actor or an athlete, we don't touch those coins ever. All right, those are just BS coins. You're just going to get rubbed. Okay, so yes, so tier 2, 100K plus followers on X. So I'm going to go over to Twitter right now and I'm going to show you guys Murad on Twitter. If you don't know about him, you have some research to do about him. Some of my best performing videos talked about Murad. But anyway, if I go to Murad's X account, he has 713,000 followers. He is a major KOL. And just look at his banner. On his banner, you can see the GigaChad meme is right here and some other coins that I'm going to talk about later. So this is a good sign. And I'm not going to scroll through his Twitter to show some specific examples. But if you go through, he talks about GigaChad all the time, and this SPX coin, which is going to be at the end of my video, I'm going to talk about that as well. So yes, there are some major KOLs talking about GigaChad. It fits question 3. Question 4 is going to be how many holders does the coin have? And I broke it down into 3 different subcategories here. If there's under 10K holders in the coin, that's going to be small strength of holder count. If there's 10 to 100,000 holders, that's going to be medium strength. And if the coin has 100,000 plus holders, that's going to be strong strength in the coin. So now I'm going to go over back to GigaChad. So once again, if you go to Deck Screener, I'm looking at GigaChad, and if you guys go down here, you could see it's going to give me the holders, and it's going to tell me that GigaChad has 84,000 holders. And as we get deeper into this bull market, 84,000 holders, that's a decent amount of holders, and I do think that a lot more people are going to get into this coin. So we could see GigaChad potentially hit that 100,000 holder mark. And these are a lot of holders. This goes along with the coin being over a year old, which was one of our other questions that we answered. So GigaChad really fits the 4th question very well. It's in a medium strength, showing signs of potentially getting into that strong strength of 100,000 plus holders potentially in the near future. So now question 5, what type of coin is this actual meme coin? And we only want tier 1 to 3 only. So let me go through this. So this is a tier list posted by Murad. I'll leave this link in the description for you guys to go see it. Or anyway, I'm just going to show you guys the picture right here. You guys pause the video, take a screenshot if you want to save this. So tier 1 to 3, we only want coins that tier 1 would be movement missions, tier 2 would be lifestyle brand subcultures, and tier 3 would be cult coins. So these are the coins that we want to hold for the rest of the cycle. Like I've said before, if you go down, these are all terrible coins, like celeb coins. Those are terrible. Irrelevant memes, animal coins, phrase coins. I do think animal coins could be a little bit higher. But anyway, we want to try to stick to tier 1 to 3 memes to hold for the entire cycle. So now I'm going to show you guys once all these questions have been met. Okay, what you're going to want to do is DCA or dollar cost average into this coin. And I'm going to show you what to do if your coin is tier 1 on that list or if it's tier 2 to 3 on that list. So to DCA, I'm going to start with tier 2 to 3 coins. So GigaChad, I do think would be in this tier 2 to 3 range because if I go back to this tier list, I do think that GigaChad kind of falls into that lifestyle brand subculture. The lifestyle of GigaChad is just being the meme itself, just being a GigaChad. So let's take a look at this. All right, so you want to create an exit plan. This is huge. So first of all, you need to DCA into these coins. To DCA into them means to dollar cost average over time. Just put small amounts until we kind of get towards that peak euphoria of the coin. Anyway, once you're finished dollar costing average to the coin, you need your exit plan. So for tier 2 to 3, when you have your TP1, which is going to be like a 2 to 5x, that's when you're going to take your initials out. When you get to your TP2, if you have like a 10x on a coin, you want to take half out. When you get to your TP3, all right, whatever the X's is, you're going to take half out. So I know you guys are probably going to get confused with this. I'm going to show you a direct example. Just take a screenshot of this if it helps you understand how to create an exit plan. So I'm going to talk about Brett. So Brett, I've made videos in the past talking about Brett. Go check those out if you want to see what it is. But anyway, Brett, let's say you've been DCAing into Brett. FYI, I've been DCAing into Brett for the past 12 months. I am huge on this coin. So do some research, watch my other videos to understand the reason behind Brett. But anyway, this video is not a Brett. It's about how to dollar cost average out of Brett. So the example here is going to be, let's say you put in a total of $10,000 of Brett and your average buy-in price was 10 cents. Obviously, Brett is below that currently, but I do think it is going to go up. So once your average goes to a 3x, that's going to be this case. So right here, we're going to look at our TP1. So once Brett does a 3x, so let's say you put $10,000 in, so that means you have $30,000 in a coin. You're going to take your initials out. After like a 2 to 3x, guys, or maybe a 4x, depending on the coin, you want to take your initials out because now essentially you're riding free. And that's huge because a lot of people lose money because they don't take their initials out. Just take your initials out of the coin and ride free. Now, after you take your initials out, let's say you have 20,000 left. Let's say Brett does a 2x from taking your initials out. Well, your $20,000 is now $40,000. So now you're technically at like a 6x. Take half out again. Take $20,000 out. Also, you guys could look at this as, let's say, instead of 10,000, like 1,000. So take a 0 out of all these if you're kind of in that category, whatever it may be. Once again, if Brett goes to my next TP, however I set that up, let's say it's $1. So now I 10x from my average buy-in. After taking out half, you're going to have $33,333. Take half out again. You're going to have a lot of profit at this point. Take half out again. And then, honestly, after you take half out twice, guys, hit your TP2, TP3, just leave your moon bag for the top of the cycle. My moon bag, I'm just leaving it for the cycle top, or honestly, whenever I'm happy. So at this point, after TP3, guys, you only need 3 take profits. And that's just a 6x on the coin. I'm going to be up $38,333. All we waited was a 6x. We took our initials out. We took half. And now we're leaving our moon bag. And if you didn't even want to stay to the end of the cycle, add this extra $8,333. Okay, you're at around like $46,000, $47,000. So you've almost had a 5x on your coin. To be honest, guys, like I said, obviously not everyone's going to have $10,000 to pour into this coin. But if you follow this like the $1,000 strategy, that'll be to like whatever, like $4,600, $4,700. Or you could leave your moon bag. Now, this is going to be the simplest way to get like a 5x out of any single coin that you're going to be holding for the entire cycle. So like I mentioned, Brett is one of my plays. I'm going to show you guys I'm going to give you guys more than 5 coins. Anyway, so these are my top, I guess, 2 to 5 or 2 to 7 coins. So Pepe is another one that fits the description. Brett, obviously, I just showed you that was my 3rd top meme coin that I'm holding the cycle. 4 is going to be the combination of Andy and Wolf. I've talked about that in the past. And then 5 is Farcoin and base Farcoin. I've talked about those as well. So all these coins, this is kind of like my list that I'm giving you guys right now of coins that I found that fit these 5 metrics. And we're going to see how it plays out in the next 6 to 12 months. So if you guys want more information on these coins, well, first of all, I found that they fit those 5 questions, and I've made videos in the past talking about each one of these coins, so you could find them on my channel. I'll leave links in the description of this video where you could just go watch it to see my thesis on these coins. But anyway, we are going to go to the tier 1 coin. These are the movement mission coins, and how I'm kind of playing this at is that when ETH gets an all-time high, a lot of the bets in this cycle is when Ethereum hits an all-time high. That's what we're betting on for any of these coins. Once it hits its all-time high, I'm going to take out my initials. Then I'm just kind of waiting for whatever I'm happy with, 5 to 25x to take out double whatever my initials are, or waiting for the pi cycle top, or when Ethereum hits 10k. So this is going to be kind of more riskier. This is going to be specific coins that you truly believe in. Like this is finding the Dogecoin of last cycle. And I'm going to show you guys an example of what I think could be the next Dogecoin, right? And this is going to be a coin you could hold for multiple cycles, just like Dogecoin. People have been holding Dogecoin for now 2 cycles or 3 cycles. So this coin that I have found is going to be SPX 6900. If you guys want a DCA in or DCA out strategy for this coin, I mean, I'm going to be holding this coin for a long time. If you want more information on this coin and why it fits all these metrics, go watch this video, or I have a couple of videos talking about SPX 6900. This is a coin you really can't miss on. It's one of those tier 1 coins. I think it is the tier 1 coin this cycle. Anyway, I'm not going to talk too much on SPX 6900 in this video because this video is already kind of getting long. But yeah, SPX 6900, this meme coin, you have to take some time to do some research on it, guys, because this coin could be similar to the next Dogecoin, even like a Bitcoin type style meme coin, going to be for multiple cycles. It's a coin you're going to want to just kind of DCA into and just kind of like set and forget it for a while. And like I said, it's not a bad idea to kind of take initials out so you're riding free forever. But anyways, guys, this is the sauce. This is how you are going to find these 10 to 100x meme coins. If you have questions, join my Discord. The link will be in the bio below. I check that daily. I give a lot of market analysis on my Discord, and you guys go in there and ask me any questions. It's almost at 100 people in my Discord. I think I'm going to cap it at 100. So get in there now before it does, because then it's going to be kind of an exclusive Discord. I want people to get in for free right now, and you guys can talk to me and ask me any questions in there. So make sure you guys leave a comment, like the video. If you have any questions, like I said, you can ask in my Discord or in the comment section. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, especially those who have got to this point in the video. Leave a comment down if you got to this point in the video. I want to know who's watching my entire videos. So just curious to see that. But thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.